FitJoy, 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 Fit. Hey guys, I definitely don't get arm pumps before my reviews. Okay, all right, okay, FitJoy protein bars, okay. What's going on, guys? Jake Boley with BarBend.com. Today we're going to be doing another protein bar review, and we're looking at the FitJoy bar. So as you can see, we have one flavored bar here. We have the chocolate peanut butter bar, and FitJoy makes 3 different flavors. They have grandma's lemon cake, cookies and cream, and of course the chocolate peanut butter. Today we're going to be doing a nutrition breakdown, a taste test. We're going to look at the texture, pros, cons, and price that come along with this bar. Now let's start with the taste test. So, chocolate peanut butter, pretty standard flavor across multiple protein bars. Top layer has a little bit of a chocolate icing on it, has some nuts in it. Super chewy. At the bottom there's another chocolate layer. Doesn't look the same as the top though. Has more of a taffy kind of texture to it as opposed to that dense cookie dough some bars have. As you can see, I'm still chewing. This bar is good. Has a good chocolate peanut butter taste. It does kind of have that tinge of synthetic sweetness to it, and I think that's more of the peanut butter playing a role in the flavoring. All in all, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Gets the flavor across, it's very chewy. Could it be a little bit better? Yes, but I think I could eat this bar every day. So in terms of texture, I think this bar has 2 things going for it. One is a positive, and the one's more of a kind of a neutral or negative depending on how you view it. The positive, I like that it has nuts, and I like that it has this chocolate layer on the top. It adds a little bit of differentiation and a little bit of bite to the bar. Also on the bottom, as you can see from the teeth marks, there's another chocolate layer. The thing that I'm kind of on the fence about with this bar is that it is very chewy. So as you can see, it does have that kind of like cookie dough material or texture here, but it's very, very chewy. It's not that, it doesn't have a very crisp bite, and you have to really chew to get this bar down. If you're not a huge fan of overly chewy protein bars, then that's where I could see the drawback happening. But all in all, I thought the texture was pretty good for this bar. All right, so now let's talk nutrition breakdown of the FitJoy chocolate peanut butter bar. We're gonna talk about the calories, macronutrients, and the ingredients that go into this bar. In terms of calories, this bar has 220. For macronutrients, there are 7 grams of fat, 24 grams of carbohydrates, and 20 grams of protein. In terms of dietary fiber, there are 12 grams, and in sugar content, there's 5 grams. So now let's talk ingredients. There is a dairy protein blend, VitaFiber, peanut flavored coating, vegetable glycerin, water, chicory root fiber, peanuts, natural flavor, cocoa, high oleic sunflower oil, cocoa butter, salt, sunflower, lecithin, and stevia. And this is a product that contains milk, peanuts, and soy, and it's produced in a facility that also processes tree nuts, eggs, and wheat. So if you have any of those food allergies, I would definitely recommend looking into those before consuming this bar. But in a nutshell, that's a nutrition breakdown for the chocolate peanut butter FitJoy bar. So in terms of pros, I like 3 things that come along with the FitJoy bar. Number 1, it's that there's no artificial ingredients, it's non-GMO, and it's gluten-free. So in terms of upsetting my stomach, this bar does kind of good at resisting that, and I think that's because there's not as much of the artificially sweetened ingredients in it, and also it's a little bit more on the gluten-free side, which kind of helps my digestive system a little bit. Number 2, the macro profile. The macro profile is pretty good. 7 grams of fat, 24 grams of carbs, and 20 grams of protein. That's a pretty good split for a healthy protein-oriented snack. I use the word healthy there loosely. And then lastly, I like the flavoring. The flavoring's pretty good. I was a little bit harsh in my actual flavor test at an 8 out of 10. It's really taffy tasting, but the flavor is pretty good. And as I went through this review, I actually had a better aftertaste with this bar. So if you like the flavor of chocolate peanut butter, then I think you like this bar. So the taste is pretty consistent. So in respects to cons that come along with this bar, I found 2 things that could be pretty individual to somebody who's, number 1, trying to avoid eating a heavily processed food. This isn't that processed in terms of ingredients, but there is a long ingredient list, and I would definitely kind of be mindful of what you're consuming with this bar if you're trying to only consume natural food ingredients. Number 2, I found that there's a decent amount of sugar in it. It's 5 grams. I mean, granted, that's not that much in the grand scheme of your whole daily intake of calories and macros, but 5 grams of sugar can add up, especially if you're already having a lot of sugar in the day, or if you're really trying to limit it, and let's say you're in like a strict diet and you're really trying to keep your sugar intake low. So 2 cons, the sugar content and also the longer ingredient list. So now let's talk price with this bar. For an individual bar, you can expect to pay around $2.50 to $4, and that's pretty standard for protein bars across the market. Depending on where you live, that's gonna influx or decrease the price. Obviously, more urban areas are gonna be a little more expensive. For a box of 12, you can expect to pay around $23 to $28. Now, in terms of all the protein bars in the market, that's a little bit higher than what you might pay for other bars, but that's gonna depend on what retail outlet you go through. So something to kind of keep in mind. Protein bars are a little bit more of a designer food as they're described, so they are gonna be a little bit more expensive, but if you know what you're getting, then the price is somewhat fair. That concludes my review of the FitJoy protein bar. All in all, I thought the bar tasted pretty good and it had a solid macro profile. To read my full thoughts, click on the link below or visit us at BarBend.com, or you can even search FitJoy and BarBend if you're trying to find the link fast. If you like this protein bar review and you want to see more like it, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. But until next time, I'll see you later.